Good evening. The public hearing of the town of Cunningham to approve a proposed property tax increase for 2025 levy year will come to order. The time is now 6:34, November 10th, 2025. Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Trustee Wu.
Here.
Trustee Evans. Trustee Hersey.
Here.
Trustee Colasetti.
Here.
Trustee Bishop. Trustee Wilkin.
Here.
Trustee Quisenberry. Supervisor Chenoweth.
Present.
Mayor Williams.
Here.
Thank you.
Great, thank you. We are all set. Quorum's present. I'm sorry, I had something to say here. All right. So we'll now move to public input. A public hearing to approve a proposed property tax increase for the town of Cunningham for 2025 will be held on November 10th, 2025 at 6:30 p.m. at the City of Urbana City Council Chambers, 400 South Vine Street, Urbana, Illinois, 61801. Any person desiring to appear at the public hearing and present testimony to the taxing district may contact Darcy Sandifer, Town Clerk, 400 South Vine Street, Urbana, Illinois, 61801 at 217-384-2362. The corporate and special purpose property taxes extend or abated for 2024 were $2,384,990.90. The proposed corporate property tax to be levied for 2025 are $3,200,000. This represents a 34% increase over the previous year. The property taxes extend for debt service and public building commission leases for 2024 were $0. The estimated property tax to be levied for debt services and public building commission leases for 2025 are $0. This represents a 0% increase over the previous year. The total property taxes extended or abated for 2024 were $2,384,990.90. The estimated total property taxes to be levied for 2025 are $3,200,000. This represents a 34% increase over the previous year. Yes, is there anything additional in that regard?
We can move on now to public input for the public hearing.
At this time, if there are any members of the public that'd like to speak, you can come to the mic, state your name, address, and you have 5 minutes. All right. Seeing none, hearing none, public input is now closed. Oh, Danielle?
I wanted to explain for the public because 34% sounds like a whopping large number, just how we come to those figures. So township is a unit of government that is under tax caps. The amount of tax, whether we were to levy, 12%, 0%, 12%, 3,000% more, the amount that will be capped is actually limited to the tax caps. What we do each year, and I've been having the same numbers for a number of years, but because I saw that there's new construction coming onto the tax rolls, there's no longer necessarily the uncertainty with Carl. There is uncertainty with OSF. And so if we don't ask for a certain amount, and for some reason, the value of properties, does not mean that people pay more house by house. It means that there's more houses contributing. That if we don't capture the new construction in our tax levy at the maximum, then we lose it. And we not only lose it that year, we lose it forever. So we are capped at a percentage of increase each year. So as chair of Public Health Board, I do this each year. As the township supervisor, I do it each year. Those are tax caps, and entities that are under tax caps, I essentially kind of guesstimate at a level that I don't have to worry about whether or not we will capture all of the revenue. I certainly don't think that that our tax base will grow by 34%. But I do think that big entities like the U of I, Carl, and OSF, these very large entities make a huge difference, and their status changing makes a big difference in our tax base. So that is why I'm asking for 34%. It's kind of like when you ask for the whole candy store and you walk out with one candy cane. So we ask for the whole candy store, but we'll just get what is actually levied to us. It is the case that in 2020, Urbana voters were extremely generous with Township, and not only restored what had been cut so that we could continue providing general assistance, but added a modest amount more, and that pretty much exclusively either serves rental assistance, which has been at a rate that's 4 times higher than before the pandemic, or our family shelter. Right now, our family shelter is almost 100% funded through the state. That is not guaranteed funding, and so we wanted to make sure that we had sustainable funding for that shelter. We serve 8 families who are literally homeless with children in Urbana School District. So it's a pretty modest program, but we do have sustainable funding, and that was our promise to taxpayers is if we're gonna do this, we wanna have it funded sustainably. That said, I think people will, if you look at your tax bill, people will see some variety of, say, $60 to about $300 a year. I think the average is about $150 to $175 that people will pay to the township for a year. And I am, the supervisor's memo lays out in detail what people get for their money. And I'm always happy to talk with a constituent if they have any questions about the township. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Supervisor Chenoweth. With no further business before this body, the Town of Cunningham meeting is adjourned. Thank you.